the previous video, we talked about how the Toyota was established and we looked into the first generation Toyota Corolla through its failure and success. In this video, we dive into the fourth generation of the infamous Toyota Corolla. By the end of the 1970s, the oil crisis that affected the Corolla sales in Japan and somewhat worldwide was finally over and the economy was on the up. However, the post-oil crisis car buyer was now more diverse and there was a growing demand for fuel-efficient cars. With these new considerations in mind, Toyota decided to reimagine the Corolla for the fourth generation model. While the new model was still affordable, it was slightly more upmarket and had a greater emphasis. It was placed on making the car more fuel efficient and inexpensive to run. Toyota began the development of the fourth generation model soon after the third generation had launched. Fumio Akatsuma was put in charge of the development process, and his idea was to create a car that was practical and luxurious enough that it would prevent the new cashed-up baby boomer generation from upgrading to larger, higher-end vehicles. With the massive responsibility of redesigning the world's best-selling car at the time, Akatsuma decided that it would be a good idea to conduct a worldwide market research campaign. The study focused not only on the potential buyer annual income, but also on occupation and age. But it also looked at the car would be used and what the buyer's motivations were for purchase. As the Corolla was now so popular in the international market, it was decided that testing would not be only carried out in Japan, but also in the United States, Europe, and Canada. This worldwide testing methodology would prove to be crucial in the development of the Corolla and would help Toyota better understand the main export markets. Toyota's original intention was to equip the fourth generation Corolla with the 1.5-liter 1AU from the Tercel. However, 6 months before the car's launch, Akatsuma made the controversial decision to switch to a different power unit. He believed that the 1.5-liter 3AU engine was better fit for the new Corolla. While the engine was still in development phase, the initial tests looked promising. It offered higher performance and efficiency than Toyota's other engine options for the Corolla and was significantly lighter and easier to maintain as well. However, there was a major problem with the engine. During the design and development phase, it was found that the heads could crack with frightening frequencies. To solve this problem, Akatsuma and his team worked tirelessly and they would introduce the raft of countermeasures just 1 month prior to the start of the full production. The new 1.5-liter engine produced the maximum output of 79 horsepower at 5,600 RPMs and 115 Newton meters of torque at 3,600 RPMs. Along with the 3AU engine, Toyota also offered 2 other 4-cylinder engines at launch, the 1.3-liter 4KU and the range-topping 1.6-liter double overhead cam TU 2T GEU engine that was carried over from the previous generation Corolla. Export markets received slightly different engine options depending on a specific country's driving conditions and needs. A 1.8-liter overhead valve TU engine would join the range 5 months later after the launch, but was discontinued 2 years after when the 1.3 and the 1.5 liters engine were updated. The new updated engines featured improved airflow via counterflow designs within the alloy cylinder head and the exhaust manifold. In 1982, Toyota introduced the diesel engine for the first time into the Corolla range as a response for growing demand for more fuel-efficient vehicles. This 1.8-liter 1C diesel engine featured technology such as the alloy cylinder head and a direct drive valve operating system that did not use rocker arms. While power was lower than other models at 64 horsepower, the car offered incredible fuel economy and a cold weather startup ability. Prior to the creation of the fourth generation model, all Corollas were given leaf spring suspension at the rear. While this setup did have some benefit when it came to rough road surfaces and commercial vehicles, it simply wasn't up to date with where the passengers market was headed. Akatsuma realized that this was a major issue during a business trip to Holland when the president of the company he was meeting compared the suspension of the Corolla to that of a horse-drawn cart. When he returned to Japan, him and his engineers instantly set up about creating a new rolling coil configuration for the rear of the car. The new setup was a major improvement with much greater stability and comfort. New, more powerful disc brakes that were better at dissipating heat were installed at the front of the vehicle, while rear drum brakes were once fitted to the rear on most models. Sportier Corollas with more powerful engines were equipped with disc brakes on all 4 wheels. With the growing interest in fuel-efficient vehicles and the oil crisis of the 1970s, it only made sense to use aerodynamic advancements to improve fuel economy. Extensive wind tunnel testing was carried out during the design and development phase, and further research was conducted at the Higashi-Fuji Technical Center. The new design of the Corolla was overall cleaner with a boxier appearance. Toyota's designer angled the front of the car to improve aerodynamic performance and fuel efficiency. The rear of the car was higher but still in proportion. When tested, it was found that the drag coefficient of the new Corolla was just 0.035, a massive improvement over the previous generation generation car. Toyota didn't just focus on greater aerodynamic performance. They also looked at ways to make the car more comfortable and safe. They implemented a vibration-proof structure, as near as you could get at the time, that featured several sound isolations that reduced road noise inside the cabin. Additionally, bumpers were fitted to a Corolla model for the first time, urethane bumpers to be exact. The interior gets some love. For Agatsuma, it was important that the interior did not let down the fashionable exterior. He ordered a complete makeover of the Corolla's interior and encouraged his designers and engineers to use materials from higher-end models. Pressure distribution tests were carried out to help design the new high back seats and adjustable headrest. Coupe models were also supplied with bucket seats, while left back models received special reclining ones. The sedan and hardtop models were fitted with a bench seat at the rear, while the other models featured a folding split seat design. Agatsuma and his team also updated the entire dashboard and instrument cluster, placing all the important meters and dials under a single panel. While this made the instrument panel more driver focused, Agatsuma got his engineers to look at improving the passenger experience. Agatsuma's bold new Corolla design was phenomenally received. The car was highly praised by motor journalists, enthusiasts, and general buyers. It was so popular that Toyota could not produce enough of them to satisfy demand. Once again, the Corolla would prove to be the best-selling car in the world, and by the end of the production, total exports reached an impressive figure of 4,730,000 units. This would push the total number of Corollas produced to over 10 million units, a massive milestone for Toyota and the Japanese auto industry.